Alright, so time's come for final assembly on everything on this truck, and been hard at work getting the doors put back together. As you can see, I got all the trim on. Trim is on the bed. Got the top side rail protectors on. Got my trim on the cab and the doors. Got the door handles in, door locks in, door latches in. The doors close nice. My lines line up with the doors back on, so everything worked out good there. Got the vent windows put back in here. And the next stage is what we're going to do is get the side glass and the window regulators put in. I've been working on the fenders, getting the trim put back on those so they can go back on. So we're rolling right along with this. I've not been videotaping all this because it's really, this part of the job is tedious. It's slow going. There's a lot of cleaning of parts. There's a lot of trial fitting. Again, the door handle, something that should bolt right on. It took probably an hour to get on. It just didn't want to fit in right, so you have to massage some things to get it in right. Same thing with the door latch on this side. 2 of the 3 retaining screws line up. The third one does not. Not a whole lot you can do about that. Plus the fact that we're converting these doors over to the top mount door locks. Instead of it had a slide mount that was down here. The trim around it was broken. None of the pieces are available. So the next best thing to do is convert it to this top lock. They were available either way. So we're moving right along with this. I'm going to bring you back periodically and show you things as they're being finished up. Once we get the door glass in, put fenders on, we've got the grill and everything to still get detailed, repainted, and get all the grill pieces put back together, bumpers back on. The bed still has to get the bed liner sprayed in. So we're getting close, and again, it's lengthy, it's tedious. So I'm just not going to videotape all of it, but I'll keep bringing you back as we make more progress with it and get more things put back on the truck so you can see everything going back together. I've been hard at work on the fenders, getting everything transferred. There's a lot of little clips here and retaining pieces that hold the jack assemblies in. Bumpers, this is for the hood spring. And as you see on the top side, got all the fender trim put on, lights installed, badging on the fenders. So that leaves these fenders ready to install. And we're going to get them on here probably the next day or two and start buttoning up the front end. Alright, we're getting down to the wire on this truck, doing final assembly now. Finally going to put the fenders back on the truck, get the truck looking like a complete truck again. Had the front end off of it for quite a while now. So I got everything ready to go. All my trim is attached to my fender. Lights are in, badging's on. I've got tape, you can't see that. I got my door taped off back here. Door edge. I've also got the edge of the fender taped. And I like to do that just to be on the safe side in case the panels touch when you're doing the assembly. So we're going to go ahead and get this fender put on, get everything lined up. Well, before my battery died, I finished lining up the fender. As you can see, we got a nice gap, even gap along our door edge, and the trim pieces line up. So spending all that time I did when we put the fenders and doors on the car initially, getting the trim pieces set on and everything lined up pays off now because everything is right where it should be. And I don't have to monkey around with it trying to make everything fit. So the Backside of this fender's done. This lower section here is still it's still a little loose, mainly because I have to see where the play will be on the fender this way once the bumper filler piece goes in. But I'm going to work on getting this left side fender on next, and after that's on, we'll put the bumper filler on. The bumper can go on it, and then we have to get the grill pieces detailed, and then those can go in, and that'll leave the front end finished. Alright, I've been working on the front end a little bit. I got the bumper filler piece put in, and you can see, hopefully you can see, it might be a little dark. It fits really nice, especially this side fits really nice up against this new Ford fender. I've got the bumper installed. I did clean up the bumper bolts. I ran them on the polishing wheel just like I did for the trim. Got the stainless caps cleaned up so they look nice. So this is all finished off here. I've still got to get the grill repainted and detailed so we can get that put in. I've been working up in here some. I've got the inner fender wells. They are all cleaned up now and they're installed. Both sides. I installed our new washer jug combination overflow jug. Not exactly the same as the original one, but it's all that's available, so that's what we're putting in. Cleaned up some of the wiring, got my AC hoses here attached, finalized. Same on this side, a little clamp hold these down. I got the high pressure line attached here. Tidied up some of the wiring. There was some things I had to redo because there was a power isolator that was installed here originally with the truck for the camper that was put on it. It didn't come from the factory, but it was put in to power up the or charge the battery that would be in the camper that was on this truck. So we got rid of that because there's not going to have a camper on it ever again, and just fixed up some of the wiring that had been cut. Batteries back in it, all ready to go. Got our starter solenoid and alternator regulator reattached over there. I've still got to clean up the jack and some of the jack tools that go back in here and get those put back in. But we're getting closer and we're moving right along with the final assembly on the truck. So hopefully this week we'll be even further along, and I'll bring you back when we get some more pieces put in. Getting ready to get the grill refinished. Another one of the little detail items we're doing here. The paint on it was pretty worn off. Just wanted you to see what the grill looked like beforehand. So what we got to do is the edging around here is black, and there's black in between these openings, and also down in here is black, and where the screws go is also black. So we're going to go ahead and just roughly mask off some of this to eliminate a lot of the overspray. To do the black, we'll do the black first, and then I've got some small 1/4 inch tape that I can put over top of the black here, and then we'll spray the rest of this grill with the silver that'll match the insets on the headlight surrounds. Alright, I got the grill all done. As you can see, we'll get up close here. I got it redone with the silver, and all in between are these little places that needed to be black. So it takes a lot of time to sit and mask all this off, but the end result, you know, makes a big difference in the way the grill looks, and it'll make a difference in how it looks in the truck. Same with these pieces here. Now these go on the top and bottom side of the grill, and they come without this section here painted black. Originally it was painted black there and the bottom, so you're only supposed to see the center part of it when it goes in the truck. So again, I had to mask all this off, scuff down the aluminum, and paint everything black. Not very much on the bottom one, but if you don't paint these parts of these pieces, when they're on there, they'll stick out like a sore thumb. So that's why, again, I'm going to just say it again, Details, details, details make the biggest difference in the way your vehicle looks when it's finished. Alright, we're moving right along with final assembly on this truck. I got the tailgate set back on and got it all adjusted. Put on my edge protector that we bought kit. This comes with the tailgate top and 2 bed top sides. So we've got the back here. We're still waiting on getting the rear bumper back. Yesterday also I worked on getting the front grille assembly in. So as you can see, it looks like the front of a truck again. Got the grille all put back in. Headlight trim surrounds. Upper, lower trim on the grille. That's all finished up. So we got a little bit of work to do here this morning. We're gonna go ahead and get the AC charged up. I've got to go out and get some vacuum line. I need to run a vacuum line to the distributor Vacuum Advance. I've got the air cleaner repainted. Actually painted. They didn't come painted. They were aluminum and it was pretty ugly looking. We'll go take a look at that. See how it looks now. I did it in a nice satin black. So it'll be a good contrast to the engine with the blue. And I just got to put my hose back on and the breather element back on it. And that's ready to go back on. So we're getting there. Slowly but surely we're getting there. So we're going to work on those couple things today. Also got to get the running boards put back on. And then just go through a checklist of making sure that everything works. Put some miles on the truck. And make sure there's no problems with it. Well, we've come to about the end of this project. And I've been just working out a few bugs on the truck. Been putting some miles on it just to make sure everything is still in good operating order and the truck's running good. Since I did do tune-up and rebuild the carburetor on this, I have to make sure everything is still working properly with that before the owner makes his trip over from the beach area to come and pick up his truck, which is going to happen in a few days. But as you can see, everything is together on the truck. I had a few things, like I said, to tweak on. I had my final punch list of items to go over and check and correct, and I've got everything pretty much in order. I've pulled off the protective coating from the bed rail, bed top protectors, and the tailgate protector topper. All in all, I'm really pleased with how this truck came out. I think the owner's going to be ecstatic with it. He's been excited for a couple months now, waiting for everything to get finished up on it. So my last task, which I'm going to do today, I've got to clean the truck up, put a good coat of wax on it for him, and possibly tomorrow there is a local show that I'm going to try and take the truck over to. It'll probably be the only time I get to take it to a show, so I'm going to try and take advantage of that. And like I said, and then in a couple more days, the owner and his wife will be over here to pick it up and take it home, and we're going to move on to other things that we need to get done here in the shop.